Hello Super Facebook world, this is Chris Pickard at Body in Balance in Hertfordshire, talking to you about how exercise can really help save the NHS by saving you one person at a time. So let me just click lots of buttons in a row here. Fantastic, groovy, lovely people. Most of you, of course, in my 365 these days. Here we go. Let's send one to Brenda, even though she's on holiday. There we go. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, Jackie. Hello, Chris. So, exercise. When to do it, and what to eat, plus drink, of course, because it's very important. Okay, right, first things first. Yes, it is Organo Gold. Okay, so this week has been awesome. It has been amazing. I hope you've all enjoyed it. I did a webinar last night. I know some of you didn't know for some reason, but that doesn't matter. There will be a replay. There was technical hitches. That's fantastic. I'm going to see if I can download it, edit it, stick some pictures in where there's blank spaces, upload it. And I'm going to try test running, doing a webinar actually directly through Facebook Live. That could be even more fun. Yes, trying to not see all the comments and things, having three screens going. There you go. Thank you very much, Trina. So, exercise. I spoke about, one of the important things to make sure you've got lots of, glutathione, and that comes to proteins. And I'll get a little bit to that in a moment with what to eat, because you need to keep glutathione up with proteins mainly. And then I spoke about, doing the acid buffer test. Very, very, very important. And then the other 2 days, I haven't actually looked back at my notes. Yesterday I spoke about variation, and I was going to talk about exercise variation actually today, but just as I going live, I thought, no, I'm going to talk about variation and doing different kinds of exercise through the week, and junk exercise. And then what happens today, Dr. McCullough, he's speaking about a new form of high-intensity exercise called variable high-intensity exercise programs, where you vary the intensity of what you're doing. So again, this time I actually beat Joseph McCullough to the punch there by the day this time. So today, though, is about when is the best time to exercise and what's the best thing to eat, or when is the best time to eat, before exercise, after exercise. And here is the short answer, basically. The best time to exercise is when you actually get to do it. Okay, just figure out the best and the easiest way to fit it into your schedule and just get it done. Whether it's in the morning or the afternoon, just do it, get it into your schedule, okay? The next best time to do exercise is apparently in the morning and on an empty stomach for most people. When we're wild, living in the wild, we usually would get up. Now there may have been some leftovers from the dinner before, so we could have had cold breakfast, there could have been something around there. But very often as not, and if you look at all wild animals, they don't tend to have breakfast sitting there waiting for them in a cereal basket, especially not in a cereal box. They actually have to get up and exercise to go and get breakfast. And that's pretty much, we're still pretty much geared up for that, to exercise on an empty stomach. Exercising on an empty stomach does make your cells more receptive to insulin, which is a very good thing, because you want your cells thinking, that's insulin, and also your hormones. You want your cells to be receptive to your hormones, like your thyroid hormones, your get up and go hormones. You just want your body to be receptive to it. And of course, it helps you burn off any sugar that you haven't burnt off just by being asleep, and gets you into fat burning. And it's when you're fat burning that this is when all the amazing stuff happens that, you know, keeps us really healthy and alive. Alive optimally, that is. So exercise on an empty stomach. Now you can have water before, you can have something that doesn't spike your blood sugar. You can, I mean, there's going to be loads of studies out there looking at specific supplements, and it really does depend on your exact needs and wants and goals as to then what might be the best thing to have beforehand. But again, a nice simple all-round rule is just ordinary high quality coffee, green tea, black tea, some kind of water basically, because hydration, even if you just lose a little bit of water through your workout, you can decrease your performance. So it's actually very important to keep hydrated. Now I tend not to keep hydrated during my workouts because most of my workouts are very short. So I don't stop to drink any water in them. Maybe have a sip between two major exercises. But the longer the exercise, the better it is to keep hydrated. But now I keep hydrated beforehand, about an hour before, half an hour before. I will often have some water, some dynamic greens, and some sea salt. That's about half an hour to an hour before. Now if I'm going to be doing a really heavy muscle building workout, then I'll possibly put some proteins in there. Whey protein specifically because it's very high in an amino acid called leucine. Of all the whole foods you can get, and you don't want to take leucine as an independent supplement, whey protein has got the highest amount of leucine, so that's great for building muscle. So sometimes I'll put that in, some whey protein. But most of the time it will just be coffee about 15 minutes before. Especially with OG, with the Organogold, with the Ganoderma in it, because Ganoderma helps decrease inflammation, helps increase oxygenation, gets everything flowing, and it protects your body from damage of exercise. But what about more food? What about carbohydrates, things like that before exercise? Well, for the ladies out there, actually having a little bit of carbohydrate may actually make you burn more fat during and after the exercise. So it's something to actually play around with, not like try it one day and not the next, but something to maybe try for a couple of weeks. And see if there's any difference between having a bit of carbohydrate. And by carbohydrate, I'm talking about real sort of quality stuff like a piece of fruit, an apple, for instance, because it's incredibly hydrating and it's got some sugars in it and some other things. Or you could try a banana. That's always a good classic one with lots of potassium. So again, it can help stop cramps. So, okay. So anyway. So yes, for ladies it might be more beneficial to have a little bit of carbohydrate before exercising. But for men it's nearly always better not to have anything before exercise, especially for boosting testosterone. Okay, so what about after exercise? Now, and during exercise as well. Again, if you're looking at building lots of muscle, then take protein while you're working out, you know, branched chain amino acids, things like that. The drink forms of the branched chain amino acids, make sure they're quality. Stay hydrated. But after exercise, there again, it depends on your goals. If you are looking to lose weight, and that's one of your primary motivations for actually exercising, do not have anything that's sugar or sugary at all for at least 2 hours afterwards. So no fruit or you know, bananas or a smoothie or anything like that, anything with too much energy. In some people, even protein, which can help get lots of anti-inflammatory stuff in and help rebuild muscles, even protein can sometimes halt that process as well. So about the best thing to have after a workout is some more water with a little bit of sea salt in it and some dynamic greens or other greens powders that's just got greens in it and no added sugars like maltodextrin or anything like that. You just want the powders, some sea salt, some water. and that's the best post-workout drink for just about everybody. And that tends to be what I have. I finish my workout, go to the changing room, have my shower, go into the sauna. Before I get into the sauna, that's when I have my drink. Now again, if I've actually been doing a big heavy workout, lifting lots of weights, rather than just exercising my body to keep fit and healthy, I will add some more whey protein in there as well. So I have protein before and after when I'm trying to build muscles. Otherwise, no protein, just greens, water and salt. And that is basically the best time to eat. When it comes to intermittent fasting, if you're really trying to get your body into massive ketosis and get your body really ramped up and receptive to hormones, then wait as long as possible before eating after exercise. By all means, have water with some sea salt. It's really good to test all these things because sometimes, maybe something in the greens might actually change your blood sugar. Probably wouldn't do much, but you can actually, thank you for all the love, everybody. But it's actually really good to get a blood sugar testing kit, and you can actually test to see what's happening at all these different stages of things, okay? But basically, if you're intermittent fasting, exercise on an empty stomach, wait as long as possible before eating again. See how your body copes, see what it does. All right, okay, everyone. Hello, Helen. You've just got here at the end. So thank you very much, everyone. The webinar replay, those of you should have all got links. If you haven't already seen it, I haven't actually looked to see how much of the beginning is just blank. But yeah, you will eventually get to the content. It'll probably take about 5 minutes of me not realizing that it was even on. Technical fun. I had three different windows and I had it on a different computer and they were all showing different things. It was amusing. Okay, all right. See you later. Those of you that are in my 365, yeah, I'll probably be in there in a few minutes to share what I have learned this week, what I've achieved and what I'm going to do about it. Next week, now I'm either going to do sleep, because I don't think I've done a week on sleep, or there's another one left, detox. I haven't done that in 7 weeks. So you're going to be sleep or detox. But what I might do, because it is Valentine's next week, and February used to be Heart Awareness Month because of Valentine's, but now it's moved to June for some reason, I might actually do a week on heart health. So stay tuned. It could be sleep, detox, or have a heart. Maybe if you have a vote for one of those or a preference one of those, just write it in the comments. And maybe I'll go with what you asked for. Be well, everyone.